Hi guys, welcome back to another quick guide. Are you looking to get better at the new Cold War? Then you've come to the right place. Today we'll run through the essential tips and tricks for Cold War in 5 minutes or less. I'm going to break this down into a couple of different sections, number 1 being the settings and number 2 being the gameplay. Just before we get into the video though, if you could hit that like and subscribe button and turn notifications on, you're going to see a lot more Cold War content going forward. We will make a return to some Warzone content as well, but for the initial future at least we're going to be seeing a lot of Cold War content covering off gun guides on there. So let's get into the settings first of all. The most important one you're going to be looking to change is field of view. Now this might sound silly, but it just allows you to see more in front of you. It widens that field of view. This is the first time you're actually going to be able to do it on console. It's something PC players have had access to for a long time, and people that have used it prove to be a serious advantage as you can just see more in front of you. Another setting you're going to be wanting to look at is to turn off the motion blur. Whilst this might make your game look nicer and more aesthetically pleasing, it puts you at a serious competitive disadvantage as it can make things very difficult to see at the edge of the screen. This next one's in the audio settings, so you're going to want to be able to hear your enemies' footsteps, so consider turning your audio preset to high boost, as this will allow you to hear their footsteps a little easier. Now, you might not need this, but if you are struggling to hear them, it's something you definitely want to be considering. Now we've got all those boring settings out the way, it's time to move on to the gameplay. Now, time to kill in this game is different to Modern Warfare. Roughly speaking, it's an extra shot longer to kill someone, so bear that in mind when you're taking on enemies. Now this next one's quite a big one. SCORESTREAKS have replaced the KILLSTREAKS system. You carry on earning score towards your UAV, for example, even if you die. There is a multiplier system in place, so if you go on a 5 kill streak, you're going to earn more points than, say, getting 1 kill and 1 death 5 times over. It's also worth noting that the ping system has made its way into the game. This is going to be super useful if someone's camping a corner or a building, so you can let your teammates know in advance so they don't die to this individual. This next one's a biggie. Shotguns are now a secondary weapon, so bear that in mind as you're going to see them quite a lot more often in the game. However, they are going to be reduced in terms of their damage and things like that. They're not quite as strong as shotguns in Modern Warfare. This one's a big change from Modern Warfare as well. Lasers, in fact none of the lasers are going to be visible in the game, so there's no need to worry like that like you have to sometimes in Modern Warfare. I'm not sure why this one's taken such a long time to get into the game. It was available in Warzone and Plunder. You can actually edit your loadouts in an active game, so you no longer need to wait to get back into the lobby to change those classes. So let's say you unlock a certain attachment partway through a game, you can now access this immediately. The field mic. Just use it. There's no other equipment that you should be looking at over this. It is overpowered as anything. It's absolute must use. It's essential because it's basically a placeable UAV that covers a specific area around that. Jump shot is going to be really useful in this game. I've mentioned in some of my previous Warzone videos, it just makes you a harder target to hit, and usually speaking the enemy's standing still, so you know where you're going to be aiming anyway, but it just makes you a much harder target to hit as you're less predictable. Well guys, thanks for watching this video. If you can hit that like and subscribe button and turn notifications on, you're going to see a lot more Cold War content over the next couple of weeks.